Welcome to Ken's Hobbies. Today, new motherboard replacement came in. Says here, Lightning Gen 5. Wow. I've already taken the board out of the package just to inspect it. And there's the board. This has got a lot of features, new features on it. A lot of it's new to me. I can't believe the Wi-Fi built in here and the protection around it for signals. That's a big plus, especially when it comes to Wi-Fi for RF signals bouncing off of it. Gee, if it isn't one issue, it's another. Seems as computers nowadays are nothing but constant issues. You know, when somebody asks you if you're married, you say, yeah, I'm married to my computer. Anyway, that being said, where do I begin? Upgrading my own personal computer, that's what PC stands for, after doing my server, the wife's computer, and finally left my own till last. Well, that's the one I'm running into the most problems with. Just about right from the word go. How do I word this? Making this story of my upgrading my computer and with the issues that I run into, it's too long to be putting into one video. Therefore, I will be having to split this. It'll probably be in 4 parts, hopefully. Double cross my fingers. So I will tell and show some of the problems that I run into, and that's what these next few clips there, in order to keep it under the 1 hour mark, which is my aim, to keep it under the hour. So that's the reason I am splitting this into parts. So do bear with me and my journey into making my old new unit, shall we call it that. Anyways, it's putting new equipment in my old case and the problems I run into in doing so. New style SSD. The first time I've ever seen this style. I can't believe how technology has changed. My son, when he was down the last time, showed me how. Apparently there's this little tiny clip here that they call an M2 locker. I've already got that screwed in, so apparently this goes now on the motherboard, and you push it down and you just take this. I can barely see it with my eyesight the way it is. I can barely see it, but my fingers are almost too fat for this. But it's supposed to be able to turn this clip and it locks it in place. Oh yeah, there we go. I'll be dipped. What they don't think of next. Okay, next stage to get this motherboard prepared is our CPU. So we're just gonna open this door up. Pop this little plastic container protector out of here. I'm going to open up the door. Now let's get the CPU. Don't know if I can get it focused in. It's a Razen 5000 Series 5. It's a 12-core processor. Yeah, I can't get that focused in. Oh well. Tried to read what it says there, but I need it so close to read. I'm trying to focus this in better. Because notice I get busy there, and that's the trouble when you're by yourself. You gotta set the camera up, and when you're doing something, it's by golly or by go. Did I capture it or not? Here, I just cleaned the old dope off there. I'll see if I can get a good shot here. Anyhow, he's falling down again. Now, which way does this go? Where's our number one? I always concern myself with number one. My arrow say number one is in this corner here. So now we gotta match and find where it is on there, and we see an arrow marked right there. So arrow goes to L. That's our number one over here. We'll line up, and my habit is I'll pick my fingers on the edge so I can drop it straight down. That way you don't damage no pins or anything. It's a new style pins. This copied AMD has finally copied the Intel. Boy, my eyesight is getting bad. Okay, that's in place. Now, I'm not going to put the cooler on with the fan, because I remember when my son was down, our CPU power clips were here, and we had this bolted in the old tower back there. We could hardly get our hands in this section with that cooling fan to get the plugs in for the CPU here. So, lesson learned. Leave that on till last. All that's left now in preparing this is let's get our RAM. I used to like the days when these used to be color coded. We usually had 2 black, 2 gray, or blue. Now they're all one color. So it gives me a question. Are they changed now? So we'll say, for example, bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, and bank 3. Or is it the other way? 0, 1, 2, and 3. Or, like the old days, you put 1 here, and 1 here, or 1 here, and 1 here. We don't know. They don't give a book anymore like they used to. They expect everybody's got it up in unit that they can just hop on the old internet and look it up. Well, what if you haven't got a unit that you can do that? That's why I thought I'd make this portion of the video just about the motherboard alone in the pre-preparation. Of course, like you've seen me do with all other units, I like to hook up all my wires first before I put it in the case. Anyhow, let's get our RAM. I got 2 RAM sticks, each 16 gig each. So we're gonna find out the pattern. First of all, we gotta match our notch. Make sure our notch matches our notch. And there's our first one. And you just simply, till you hear that click, Now I'm going to do like in the old days. I'm going to miss one and hit the other one, and we can go from there and find out whether it continues here down the chain or if it's anything like our old ones. Make sure our notch is correct. Yes. Thank you. Ram is in. I'm now ready to dismantle my old unit, to pull my old motherboard out of the tower and get this in. So we're going to take a break here while I dismantle that. Unlike my last video, a little more detail, so this time round I'm going to have to shut everything down and get it off the table. In the last video you saw me do, I just left it here so I could test as I went. We have a little different case here now. That being said, pause this thing for now and catch you on the next part. Well, I'm back. I had to go in the house to my other unit, empty the files off the old camera because I know its trick. So, same time, I had to use the old interweb, download a manual for this thing. Meantime, because I have no way of accessing my unit and I'm in here, dug out my old faithful standby. This I only use for emergency sake, my old lappy, but it still works and I keep it for emergencies like this. So what I did when I was in the house to get a little juggling around here, because I got no way of connecting to the internet here, downloaded the manual onto my unit in the house, which is also XP, put it on the camera, and now I'm about to plug the old USB cable into the camera so I can take that file and get it on here so I have the manual in order to figure this thing out. Now, we say wireless network detected. Well, how about that? Okay, so we do have internet on it. Oh well, such is life. Got what I needed anyway, and I don't think that would be a big enough hard drive for the files from this camera. So, in the long run, it was the payoff. So, I'm going to have to pause here while I switch modes for getting that important PDF file off of here. Okay, we got the file ready, so I'll share here and get that file open. So this is where I still love and why I love XP so well. Look how easy this is compared to what we have now. I think this, if I recall right, this is the first time I've run the Adobe Reader, which it is. And another thing here, how simple is that? And I want page 40. So all we have to do now is look for page 40, 30, well, let's start with 38, page 38. I was previewing it in the house earlier on, so we should be there. Okay, that's important, what I needed to know. And got my answer. Remember I was saying about not knowing in the last video? Oh, we now have that information here. And you can see I put my RAM in correctly. So it was a good thing I did stick with the old-fashioned way, because this just confirmed that I did it the right way. Now where did we jump to? Okay, that's all. That's what we need right there. All that information is what I need. Look for my mouse and make it a lot easier. Okay, there's the breakdown and the pattern. So with two sticks, shows 1 and 2 there. And that's what we got set up right there and there. Correct. We got that correct. See if I can't find the mouse. Be a little easy, better using than using my finger on this pad here. I think I have a spare mouse here somewhere too. Yeah, I do. But this a lifetime ago. My wife claimed it. She loved this mouse. I never did get it back in working because I lost one of the tail lights here. I haven't found it to glue it back in so that she gets her mouse back with her unit. Okay, that's better. Now we have a scroll. Okay, that section right there is one I need right now. A1, A2 are the two middle ones. Okay, so that's for my hard drive one. Boy, I see a lot of terms here that I've never heard of. Well, according to this, we should have one more in front of this PCIe E1. Let's check that out. Well, I'll be dipped. It's in reverse order. Okay. And what did I do? I just knocked the power out. Yeah. Great. Put it to the side here. And we're going to change that. So this has provision for 3 of these new type SSDs. Well, seeing it says this is number 1, that's the one I want to put it on. And that goes in reverse order. Okay, let's get my narrow Phillips driver right there. And we'll switch this. Okay, now I know why there was 3 packages of this in the package. I was wondering why there was 3 packages. And now I know. Ah. Yeah, said it before and I'll say it again. You need robotic fingers. Oh, great, I left my phone in the house. Oh, I have another standby light. Now, where did that drop to? Hey, come here. Oh, there you are. It's sure not meant for fat fingers, that's for sure. Now, where's the top half? Right there. Where can they get these screws any smaller? My goodness. Can hardly see it. Okay, what did I do with the dress? Right there. Okay, so it goes in the opposite way. Put it in according to the book. The manual says you put a 30 degree, which this makes sense because when you push this down, it gives the tension. I like the sound of that. Just flip this over to lock it in place. So be it. Great. Okay. Let's get these cables back in the power supply, what I took out. EGA, SATA 1, SATA 2, SATA 3. SATA 2, where'd you go to now? Must be it, yeah. And the old style. We got a new name to it. I still call it my IDE drive. They got it marked as PE or FI. In any which case, you have a spot for it here. And the main motherboard ones. Big one on the bottom, And the little one on the top. Yeah, it's in. Okay. Oh, I gotta use my chair. My back is bad back ever since, and it's getting worse the older I get. All from the car accident I had back in 1998. Okay, now where are we here standing? There's an MB, obviously, motherboard. Okay. Now, while I had the camera off, I pulled my CD-ROMs because I wanted to investigate why this top one was making a noise before I shut it down, and see if I can update it. Plus, I gotta take one of these old style jacks with the adapter to change it from my other ROM here. Otherwise, I gotta put another SATA cable in to the old supply, which is giving me only one jack needed, which is, to me, is not worth it. Okay, what do we got left here? That one's not in use, and that one's not in use. Okay, so we're gonna tuck them. Oh, right, okay. I see what you're doing. Maybe that way we'll tuck you. We gotta get you behind. Oh, come on. Shove you out of the way. And then you get right back in. And I want you out of the way. Oh, man, these things are tough with this harness built on it. Now, let's get our SATA cables out and straighten their nut around. One other advantage of this, and I keep forgetting about this flashlight, got a magnet on the bottom. Okay, I got some various colors on SATA cables. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be swapping some around here. Okay, I want all the SATA cables underneath here. Any more? There should be some more. Here's one. Yep. There's this one here. I like these clip ideas. That's a big improvement with these SATA cables. So, okay, this can be one identification, which I already got one on my ROM here. I thought there was more cables. Okay, there you are, right there. And there you are. Looks like I didn't really need that drive at all. So I may just end up... Let me rethink this. If that takes place, and that's the new format, then I don't need this one. Okay. Let's just get this one out of here and think about this for a second. Let's see what the... Yeah, this is 120 gig. Yeah, 120 gig. And I did get that for my OS. Forgetting all about this new style. I think I'm going to use this one for my unit downstairs in the house, because this drive is getting weak. Just when I was getting this file there, it froze up on me, and I had to reboot it twice because that drive's failing. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll put this one for that one. Ah, shoot, there I was in the house and I forgot to take two drives out of the server. My server died on me, so well, that can be done later at any time. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter then what order or what. Okay. First of all, let's put that cable there for now. I have this issue from my IDE ROM SCSI adapter. Let's see if we can't get this rubber back onto its proper screwdriver here. Try to its proper perspective. It looks like it went that way. It's kind of shrunk a little bit. Gotta work at it and re-stretch it back over the. We're succeeding. I think we are. I need one of those now for the final. Whoop. Had it and I popped it off again. Okay. Better stop right there. Okay, I see the same with this end. It's probably shrunk too. That's pretty well shrunk too. That's the best I'm going to get it. I can't believe how the heat shrinks it. Okay. Where can we put this? We only have the one here, so obviously that has to go over there. But before we can do that, let's go back to my cable hookups here. And we gotta figure what goes where and what. And plus, this was plain obvious that this, there's a group, this without question goes here. Okay, now, if I remember right, this was my audio one with the blank in the middle there. And yes, that one goes. Will it reach? No. Okay. We have to resolve that issue. Well, that one goes to the end here. One powerful magnet, alright. That takes care of that. Let's put a light a little different if we can here. Now, I figure my drives order. I like to have my drives so that it's from my smallest to my largest. So, our pattern just got changed. So I'll do. I may not have to look for adapter. And this here, we can. What's this one for? This is my video card. We want that one in here as well. And we'll figure this one out later. And get this, lay that into that for the IDE ROM. And got one more, there it is. Get that out of the way altogether for now. Say this was, video card. Just hook you there. You want to get this other. These should be the same length. No, okay. I see what's happened here. No, I'm not going to try fighting you there. I forgot to put this one underneath. Let's see if I can't get it. So the match underneath. Get under there. No. Better look in the book because I did see something about those two CPU connections. Open that file up again. Might be slow, but it gets there. What page are we on? Too far now. Yes, I did. CPU, PW2, and number 1. Number 1 being the closest to the rear jack. So this one here is number 1. Okay, let's look at this back of this power supply. It's clearly marked on it. Oh, here we go again. Aha! I thought I did see a difference. A slight difference. Easy cure. Quick and simple. No. Those two. I forgot to go and get me some zap straps. I can get them just about at any time. The main goal today is to should be able to come around here now. Wish they'd supplied more of these. I'm impressed with these. Awesome. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 hard drives. Okay, the first one, we'll manually trace this out now. We need one power for the ROM. Okay, I see now. So that's 1, 2, and 3. That's one cable. 3 drives, 1 cable. So this drive is this cable here for our power. And we need our CD-ROM at the same time, hopefully, with this one. There isn't that much connection between them. Am I going to make it, or do I have to move that up? I think if I move that up one, it would do it. Let's move it up one if we can. Oh, can we? Unplug this in and see if we can. Oh, right. Right, this is the type that all you have to do is, where did that other one go? Right there. Yeah, right. And that was our, make sure I get it right when it's up. That wood button, opening button, that way. I didn't. Can't see ya. There we are. Now what have I got in the road? Always something in the road. This is why you ought to try to get all your wires out of the road. When you're that one in place. Okay, let's deal with that one. Out of the road again. We're going to use you for this. I need light so I can see which way that L is. Down to the bottom. Underneath this. With the rest. And what was this one? This is the SATA. Right. Okay, this is SATA. Now we have to reach that drive to that ROM with this cable. Let's start with N first. L, direction of the L is the L, the power to the top. That might just work out. So that goes there. I should be able to. Oh, it's a stiff cable. And I can't believe how it's stiffened up by putting this harness and these heat shrink tubing on here. Sure does stiffen it up. Not like the old days where, like the power supply I pulled out, where you had the red, yellow, and the 2 black. It looks like that's going to work out much better. Okay, L is left. Hot diggity do.
Meeting's open here if you wish to join the 70
Okay, we're going to use that. We're going to use the gray one for identification. That is my 500 SSD. Back over this way. You came out, eh? Okay. You figure the pattern out for this as well. Okay, gray one. Now let's look at them. A1 and A2. We're going to use that on A1. It's the middle one. Now, which way is the L on? It doesn't show there. So let's see if we can't see which way that L is. L all goes to that way. It's the right way. A1 top, A2 bottom. Okay, A1, A2. Now my ROM is this one here. Okay, comes to the top. Another reason I like these newer stuff. Hey, that's 2. Next drive in pattern. I don't know why they got it marked. P1, P4, A1, A2, S3, and S4. Just what the heck do they mean by just B2? I've had to do a lot of research to find some of these new terms that I've never heard of before. I miss Skype. I just overheard on the radio there talking about Skype. It was one of the best programs, and it's the one that started with all of being able to contact with landlines. But Microsoft bought Skype out, screwed it all up, and I can no longer access my Skype account. Keep trying to shove me to Microsoft. Well, I have no. Well, once again, camera shut off, so I have to empty the files off there. So I know once that camera shuts off, it's full, and yet there's lots of free space on the card I put in it. But because the design of the camera doesn't work that way. If I ever get enough money to build up, I gotta invest into a better camera. Until I can afford it, it's not the best of quality, this camera, but it does the job. Gets me a video. While I was unloading the files onto the old lappy here, I went downstairs to my server. We quit on me. Pulled my 2 hard drives out of the server, brought them in here, and I'm figuring out how to reset them all here. So I'll just read you what it says here on the box of this new bother. It shows a nice color diagram of all our new connections here for the external. Here's what it says. 14 do-it rail, power system, DDR5 support, front USB, Type-C, Lightning USB, 20 gig, Lightning Gen 5, 2.5 gig LAN, or Ethernet card, almost double what my old board was. Wi-Fi, 6 Echo, Bluetooth 5.2, M2 Shield, Frozer, whatever that is. It shows a picture here. I'm presuming that's talking to the covers. We look at our USB ports. They're pretty well all USB 3, but in the USB 2 format in this row, which is USB, and there's the 2C, which is like my new phone. And there's your Wi-Fi card and your audio set. This does have an onboard video, but I got a better card than the onboard one. Basically, they just give that so you can set it up if you haven't got it there. But I'll be putting that GeForce RTX, that video card, instead of the onboard one. That's got way more capability than the onboard one. Like I said, the onboard one is basically there for setting up. Speaking of USB, get the front panel of my unit off here, cleaning it up. That's my card reader. I was wondering about if I could still use this. With this new board, we've got way more USB jacks. When I looked at the old manual here, scoot over here to the old manual, and I found, where's my mouse? I just had in my hand. I sure love the pictures. They give it in pictures for your different formats of audio setting. But if you can read Chinese or Japanese, whatever that is, well, no problem. I'm at least thankful for the picture here. You can always go by picture. Usually pictures speak better than words, or like the old saying, pictures speak louder 10,000, or darn, try to start again. Picture's worth 1,000 words is the old saying. Well, here it proves it. Boy, there's 400 pages to this manual. I don't have my extra mouse driver installed for it. I see that on this board right there, put an old PC speaker on here. I'd rather have a speaker than the stupid buzzer. I have quite a few of those old speakers from the old days. Yeah. What was I looking for now? Oh yeah, USB. Have that cable plugged in. We have that one plugged in. What I really should do is throw my Ethernet cable down this lappy and look for an English version. So I just downloaded the first one I came across. Even though I got Wi-Fi on this unit, I just can't remember the password or the passcode to get logged on via the Wi-Fi. I'm kind of stuck using the Ethernet cable. I don't have an Ethernet cable long enough, because I see a lot here of information here that I pretty well need to find the English version of this. That's why I can only go by pictures here. From the looks of this, looks like you got a colored fan. It has the option on this board for sharing those colors. I got one in my old unit downstairs. That's how to change the CMOS battery. Yeah, no more jumper pin for the clearing the CMOS. There's a little button on the back of the board here that you just need to push. So that's that's what I'm looking for right there. Okay, that confirms that. I lost it already. Okay, that takes care of this one. That can pretty well be where I used to have it. Okay, now got that one there. Turns out what I was thinking, it wasn't. I'm going to have to do some modifying here. I wonder if a person could take and somehow join these two together. I'll look into that and see if there's anything available for that. Because I need one more of these. I thought there was 3 till I got the flashlight out, and I see there is only 2. Darn it. Okay, back to the rearranging these hard drives. That doesn't make sense. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it does. That is there. And then they show it around the corner here. And that is that. Pin number 1. Okay, pin number 1 is right there. Power. Pin 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it goes 7, 9, 11. I'll have to get back to that. That aside for now. Yeah. We got another to get. I got these screwed down, and the screw, of course, would have to be underneath these wires. Loosen these off so I can be out of the way, so I can get to them. It'd be nice if each case was designed exactly the same way for the mounting, like most of them are. But again, oh no, that'd be too simple. Now who's shooting fireworks? That's in something, yeah. Devil, there's a screw there. What the heck's the occasion with fireworks going off? Got it. Thought I did. Now, what was it doing? Oh, moving them up one notch and seeing if there's a different way I can mount it. I think what I might do, let me just get the old drill out, start drilling some holes. Give me a break. In here and unplug these two. Figure things out here. Okay, I want to jam you right in there. Boy, that was a boom. That was almost more than a firework. All this boom I ever heard. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Let me get the old 1/8 inch drill bit to heck out. We're going to drill some holes and make this a little better so I can get it where I want it, straight as possible, which is right there. Is that a thread hole right there? No, it isn't. It's basically plastic. That'll work. Okay, let's get my 1/8 inch drill. I don't know what the event is. I haven't heard nothing about it. Oh boy. Closed this wrong last time I used it. Again, that's what happens with these plastic. The big reason, they're good when you first get them, but they wear out after some use, and you see what happens every time you open them then. Just in the last little while, I've heard more fireworks occurring than what it used to be yesterday here. It was for years none at all. They were banned for quite a while. And now it seems that they're back in. Okay, we're going to go one size up. We're going to go 1/8. You can probably hear in the background all that booming. Well, it's fireworks going off. So, put this in position I want it. You're in my road now. So I'm going to lay you over there. Oh, sure. Freaking plastic. That's the trouble. trouble. They got these special clips for the hard drives. Every manufacturer has to be different. Then when you do any modifications, well, lo and behold, that manufacturer's gone or out of no longer available or something to stop you from doing anything. And that's how they make constant more money. Biggest money racket scheme that was ever invented were these damn computers. Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun, but we're going to get it one way or another. So we can go right here.
Call 2, stand by to report a routine burning complaint in Hall 1 area.
Thank you.